Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, or HaKadosh, the honors to the apostles, and all the bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect, the house of David, wherever you may be scattered throughout the four winds of the earth. This is your brother, Yazariah Alam, from Great Millstone branch here in Chicago, back with another lesson, Lord's willing. It's edifying to the body. And this sit down is going to be based on this this starvation, this famine, this inhumane condition that these Edomites are putting these Palestinians in, or these Arabs in, all right? But in the land of Gaza, all right? And this right here, this former Green Beret reveals war crimes he saw at Gaza aid sites, all right? And one of the shots in here is they're shooting. These people are trying to get food, and these are what is it? Israeli military and United States military shooting at these people. All right, but let's get right into it. And these people. And like Scripture says, you know, this man is the devil, man. All right. There's children over there that are can't even digest food anymore because they've been gone. They've been starving for so long. But anyway, let's just look at the videos. Got a couple videos to look at. It's tons of stuff on this stuff, and then yet they'll put a suit and tie on and say that they're say they're white and they're pure and they're the best people. They got the best people in the world and they got all the solutions in their hands. All right. Yeah. But they create the problems, and then you get the reaction, and then their solution is what? More submission to them. All right. But let's listen up right quick. All right. Fair use, YouTube. Fair use. Only using this for educational purposes. Fair use.
I would say that they're criminal. In my entire career, have I never witnessed the level of brutality and use of indiscriminate and unnecessary force against a civilian population, an unarmed, starving population. I've never witnessed that in all of the places I've been deployed to war until I was in Gaza at the hands of the IDF and US contractors.
The gentleman you just heard from is not only an American, he's actually Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Aguilar, who's a retired US Green Beret, who actually decided to volunteer and sign up for the humanitarian aid distribution in Gaza. Now, as you can tell, he quit after experiencing what he referred to as the deliberate slaughter of desperate and hungry Palestinian civilians. In fact, here's more.
This is not a battlefield, though it might look like one. It's a food distribution point in Gaza. Bullets are kicking up the sand as men wait to get food. It's one of 4 sites run by the so-called Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, a joint Israeli-US scheme they say replaces the UN and keeps food away from Hamas. This video is of the foundation's armed American security guards opening fire.
I think you hit one.
It was filmed by a US soldier who signed up for the operation in Gaza after he retired and left, he says, when he saw American colleagues and the IDF killing civilians. The soldier is Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Aguilar, a Special Forces veteran of the US Army's Green Berets.
I witnessed the Israeli Defense Forces shooting at the crowds of Palestinians. I witnessed the Israeli Defense Forces firing a main gun tank round from the Merkava tank into a crowd of people, destroying a car of civilians that were simply driving away from the site.
Now that was a retired member of the United States military, a former Green Beret, an individual who isn't shielding the public from his identity. He is speaking openly, candidly, while revealing his identity in regard to what he saw firsthand in Gaza. So for anyone coming at people like me who go on Piers Morgan's show and essentially share the same information, who accuse people like me of being some sort of anti-Semite for doing so. You're gonna call him an anti-Semite? Or is it just considered unacceptable to ever call out the war crimes that are being committed by the IDF and the Israeli government? Now, the United States says that they're going to do something about this, that they're going to do something about the fact that Palestinians are literally starving to death as we speak. We're gonna get to that in just a moment, but first I wanna go to Cenk.
Yeah, so look, it's unprecedented what Israel's doing to Gaza. The only reason, if you don't know that, the only reason you don't know that is because our mainstream media covers it up assiduously. They feel like it's part of their job to do propaganda for the Israeli government. So did you know that Israel has?
No, it's not part of their job. There's no such thing as free press. And who's running the press? The Israelis, the powers that be. The powers that be are the elites, all right? They control the airways, the prince of the air, all right? They're controlling the United States media. They control the United States media, the United States Congress, Senate, the House, your president. All right, they control the food. They control everything over here. Right.
Already killed 49 times the civilians that Hamas did on October 7th. So that's 49 October 7ths in Gaza. Okay. So if we were outraged by one October 7th, how outraged are we by 49? Did you know that Israel has already killed 300 more civilians waiting for food in line for just enough for their children to survive? 300 more of those civilians killed than Hamas killed on October 7th. Imagine if Hamas was killing people, Israeli Jews who were starving and waiting for food for their children, if Hamas was just killing them one by one by one and had already killed 300 more than they did on October 7th. We would have nuked Gaza by now, right? But when Israel does it, they make up pretty little lies to tell you, oh no, the bad guys made us do it, and 1,000 other lies. If the Israeli government is speaking, the Israeli government is lying. They've dropped the equivalent of 6 here.
Let's get a scripture on that. How can you tell that Esau is lying because he's moving his mouth? That's what do you call it? A little joke there, right? But anyway, let's grab this out. 1 John 3 and 10. It reads, "In this the children of the Most High God are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of the Most High God, neither he that loveth not his brother." You see, all right. And what did he just say? He said he spoke that Isaiah. Psalms, Salaki. So it's Psalms 58 and 3, right? It reads, "The wicked are estranged from the womb," all right? From their mother's womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. That's all they have that's all they have is lies to tell, all right? Everything is all falsehoods. Everything, every single thing, you can't, the Lord tells us to never trust our enemies, all right? All right? And he's doing this to these people over there, and he don't give a damn about nobody, all right? Nobody, actually, all right? And then the world is going to raise up against this damn devil real soon, all right? Let's grab another video right quick, all right? Right here, UN agency warns Gaza on the brink of famine. All right, let's grab this right quick. Again, fair use, fair use.
Still struggling with musty devices for live streaming? Introducing the OBSBot.
Fair use, fair use. Fair use, fair use. YouTube, only using this for educational purposes. Fair use, fair use.
Scale famine. Let me just say that once again. On the brink of the Gaza humanitarian crisis continues to draw sharp reactions. Time is running out. That's the warning coming in from the UN agencies. The World Food Programme, UNICEF, and the Food and Agriculture Organization have warned that time is running out and Gaza is on the brink of a full-scale famine. Let me just say that once again. On the brink of a full-scale famine. Before we tell you more about that and what things are looking like on the ground, let's just give you a sense of what the US president has said. Donald Trump has said Washington will partner with Israel to run new food centers in Gaza to address the worsening humanitarian crisis in the region. In fact, Trump told reporters that Israel would preside over the new food centers to make sure that the distribution is proper. Listen to this.
Going to be running those food centers for you, and what kind of oversight?
Well, we're going to be dealing with Israel, and we think they can do a good job of it. And they want to do it.
Of monitoring the food centers?
No, they want to do it. The food centers, yeah. They want to preside over the food centers.
Man, the food that they're giving us over here is terrible. I wouldn't trust them. I wouldn't trust them touching my fork, spoon, knife, or anything. Definitely a knife, not a knife around me. But I wouldn't give them the opportunity to feed me anything. They're feeding their own people garbage over here in the United States. Most countries won't even accept seeds from the United States, you see? These damn devils.
To make sure the distribution is proper.
Not just that, Trump also said both he and First Lady Melania Trump have been deeply affected by the images of famine and starvation coming out of Gaza.
Yeah, right.
According to the UN World Food Programme, only about half of the aid it has requested to enter Gaza is reaching the territory after Israel eased restrictions on entry over the weekend. We've been telling you about reactions coming in from different parts. Let's also tell you about the strong word coming in from some high-profile Israeli public figures. According to The Guardian, high-profile Israeli public figures are calling for, quote-unquote, crippling sanctions to be imposed by the international community on Israel. And this comes amid the rising concern over the situation on the ground in Gaza. These public figures come from a variety of areas and fields like science, academia, poetry. Just to give you some more context and why this move is all the more significant, they include big names like Avraham Berg, a former Speaker of Israel's parliament, Academy Award recipient Yuval Abraham, an award-winning documentary filmmaker, a former Israeli Attorney General, just to give you some examples. Also, a number of recipients of the prestigious Israel Prize, Israel's highest cultural honor. Basically, just to summarize, there are 31 signatories of a letter to The Guardian. What does the letter say? It accuses Israel of starving the people of Gaza to death and contemplating the forced removal of millions of Palestinians from the Strip, quote unquote. Let's just remind you here, these are Israelis expressing their sentiment. Not mincing any words, the letter says that, quote unquote, the international community must impose crippling sanctions on Israel until it ends this brutal campaign and implements a permanent ceasefire, quote unquote. And
see, this man has been set up to do this, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai on the left-hand side, all right? And but the Lord has set him up in slippery places, like the scripture says, all right? And his foot is about to be his foot is about to slip, all right? And he shall not prosper, all right, in this thing, all right? This is going to ultimately bring the worlds, if you want to say the different world or different countries together to come against this devil, right? Ecclesiasticus 14 and 4 reads, verse 5, it reads, "He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods." Right? He's tearing up his own country over here. All right, in the United States, right? All right, and Bibi, not a Jew, he's tearing up his own country over there, starting wars all over the place, shooting bombs all over the place. All right, these people are all over. I mean, all sorts of things are going on with this group of people, and the world is noticing, and the world is mad, right? The world is big time mad. Let's grab this Job. Let's grab this Job. Is it 18 and 8? Let me see. Job 18. Job 18 and 18. All right. I'm starting at 16. It reads, his roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branches be cut off. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall have no name in the street. You see? He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. You see? This is what the Lord is about to do. Chase this guy out of the world. You shall not see his dwelling places. You say, where is he? He shall be no more. Ultimately, right? Right? He shall neither have sons nor nephews among his people, nor any remaining of his dwelling. Right? Anything that pisses against the wall, this guy is a done deal. It's a wrap to him. Let me grab one more scripture. Revelations. I want to grab this from Revelations. What is it? 17. So like here, it is Revelations 11 and 17. We see, right. Revelation 11 and 18, it reads, and the nations were angry, right? Right? And the nations were angry. Thy wrath is come, and thy time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldst give reward to the servants and the servants, prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear the name of thy name. Right. So this is that reward coming. All right, for the servants, the prophets, and the saints. Right, and them that fear thy name, the Lord's name. Right, Yahweh Shemashah, small and great, and should have destroyed them that destroy the earth. All right. All right. The Lord is ultimately going to deal with this man. All right. If that's what you want to call him. All right. The Lord calls him a devil. All right. The scriptures, the Lord tells you this. You don't become a man until you know these laws, statutes, and commandments. Until this is in you. This is how you walk and talk. Then that's a real man. That's the real way of life. Everything else is a death style. And you see how these people are going out in this horrific way. All right. And the Lord is putting whose finger on the trigger, whose fingerprints are all over this stuff. All right. The devil, the devil the Bible talks about, the one that the Lord that is defiling the earth. Only blood that defile it shall only be cleansed by the blood that is defiling it, the Lord's script says. But anyway, Lord knows I said enough. He was willing to edify to the body, like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahak Rash, Kram Yasharallah. Why a ball to this freaking place.